To ensure consistent, long-term protection against discrimination, we are advancing the Civil Rights Safeguard Act. In 2023, the Illinois Human Rights Act was amended to explicitly state that discriminatory effects of disparate impact can create a cause of action for housing discrimination in Illinois. And so with the Civil Rights Safeguard Act, we are expanding that. So even well-meaning rules can reinforce inequality if we don't examine their effects. Disparate impact is important because discrimination is not always obvious. Sometimes unfairness hides in everyday rules or systems. It helps uncover hidden barriers. These may affect people based on race, gender, age, disability, or other protected characteristics. It keeps institutions accountable, and it ensures the status quo by enshrining the legal concept into state statute. We can guarantee that existing interpretations of federal law will continue to exist for all Illinoisans. Disparate impact is not just a legal concept, it's a civil rights lens. At times of uncertainty about the future of federal anti-discrimination protection, which we are experiencing today, the Civil Rights Safeguard Act would help mitigate the impact of the executive orders on Illinoisans facing discrimination and would provide clarity to employers, businesses, financial institutions, and other regulated industries in the state their responsibilities under the Illinois Human Rights Act. Let's safeguard disparate impact in Illinois by codifying this framework in employment, financial credit, and public accommodations, including schools, to build a more just and equitable society so that this measure safeguards disparate impact, legal theory, and state statute, regardless of federal interpretation. It is a powerful tool to challenge systemic discrimination. It shifts the focus from intent to impact, where inequality often hides, and it empowers communities to demand fair policies and practices. I am calling all of my colleagues in the General Assembly to support the Civil Rights Safeguard Act.
Since the beginning of this Trump administration, marginalized communities have been unjustly targeted. Our rights are being rolled back before our eyes, and services are getting slashed. Our history shows, and our current times as well, that Illinoisans have long fought for justice and civil rights. And today, once again, we are pushing to secure protections for our most vulnerable. Trump's executive orders is a threat to the progress of our state. This executive order blocks access to justice, creating greater gaps in equity and further disadvantaging our communities. Federal agencies like the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, the Department of Education, let me say that again, the Department of Education, and more. They're entrusted with protecting our people and our children, and they're rolling back investigations and enforcement of civil rights. Although courts have largely upheld disparate impact, this administration has empowered agencies to ignore the injustices. This is already affecting thousands of Americans across the country. Survivors of domestic violence, Black and brown communities, people living with disabilities, veterans, people from the LGBTQ+ community, working class families, and immigrants have all been subjected to discrimination and are at risk of being stripped of their rights unless the state of Illinois steps in. Disparate impact is how we address discrimination that hides behind natural policies but produces unequitable results. Without it, discriminatory systems go unchecked. As federal agencies hollow out disparate impact, Illinoisans risk losing civil rights protections. We must expand disparate impact in the Illinois Human Rights Act to safeguard our communities from federal rollbacks, secure our civil rights, and ensure access to justice. Civil rights should not depend on who occupies the White House. Illinois can and must act now to protect its people, uphold fairness, and provide certainty for everyone who lives and works here. We will not leave Illinois families behind.
Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to keep up to date with news from the caucus. For more information on what the senator is working on, please follow them on social media using the links in the description down below.